So before we start ranking every character, I do want to explain the tiers. S tier being that those are characters that need a nerf. A plus are very strong characters that can be used in any map. A tier characters are very situational. And B tier characters are characters that you will most likely not see. Remember that this is a ranked demolition tier list, aka a tournament tier list. So this is going to be my perspective from the highest level of comp in my opinion. And keep in mind that the closer that the character is to the left, so for example, if I had a Lancer here and a Phantom here, I am saying that Lancer would be better than Phantom. Alright, so first we have Lancer. Lancer got a huge nerf. She can now be revealed when she uses her ult. So she's definitely no longer an A plus character. She's very situational now and very risky. Phantom, definitely a strong character, especially because she can use assault rifles, but I don't think she'll be used as often as Lancer. Phantom is very situational, so we're gonna leave her right under Lancer. Up next we got Mac. Mac definitely not in the meta, kind of never has been for Demolition. There's just stronger characters right now, so we're gonna put him in barely used. Alright, now Ronin is definitely an A plus character. She can be used in every map. The only problem is that she gets banned pretty much every map, so you're not gonna see her as often. Up next we have Anvil. See, now Anvil's also a very situational pick. You usually see him in maps like Lockdown for the retake on B or A site, but Anvil is stuck using those light machine guns or shotguns, not as strong as SMGs or assault rifles or DMRs. That's why he's a very situational pick. Anyways, we also have a Cannon. No brainer, needs nerf. His ultimate ability, in my opinion, needs a time reduction. His passive is a little too strong with that, so it does last forever. It's also a laser, so I do think it needs more recoil. Other than those two things, I think he would be in a pretty good spot and most likely would be not banned in 10k tourneys. They just need to, they need to really nerf that ultimate ability of his. Up next we have Chalk. Now Chalk is definitely a situational character. I am gonna put him ahead of I'm actually gonna put him ahead of everyone here so far. You're gonna see him a lot in maps like Lockdown or Skyfell, where he can really just off the bat, off landing, can just pop his ult and just run through everyone and just get the bomb down or get power positions with that ult, plus those stunts. Definitely very situational though. I don't see him being used in every map like Ronin or Cannon. Up next we do have Dahlia. Now Talia goes hand in hand with Ronin. Dahlia always has been one of the strongest characters. We all know that she can steal a passive because the reveal meta is super strong right now. When you have a Ronin and Dahlia together, you practically have two rats, and that is really hard to beat. Of course, she has Lifeline and all the other good things. Definitely can be used and most likely will be used in every single map. Up next we have Dallas. I don't think Dallas is stronger than Ronin or Dahlia right now in the meta, but again, he is a reveal character, plus he has those mollies and he has those adrenaline shots. Definitely A plus character, can be used in any map. Then we got the Dima. Now Dima did get a huge buff with those EMPs, and because of that we're gonna put him in A tier, situational pick. Those EMPs, if you did not know, they actually give you 250 plus more cash every time you destroy someone's util, and at the same time it stops abilities such as a Fixer ult, a Sigrid ult, so you can take away Sigrid's shield, or a Scorch ult. So as soon as you hear a Scorch ult pop, all you gotta do is throw your EMP at her and she will no longer have her ult. Same thing, one of the main counters to Cannon right now. Cannon having the best, probably the best ability right now, just stupid strong. with a Dima, you just throw an EMP and his ability is no longer. Alright, up next we have Glitch. Glitch got another buff. Same thing with EMPs. Glitch can now stop ultimate abilities. And on top of that, he gets 250 cash every time he does destroy something. Glitch has always been a top tier character. He's gotten so many buffs throughout these last 3-4 patches. Definitely can be used in any map. You just have people that don't know how to use him in every map. So he does seem like a situational pick, but in reality, he can be used very, very effectively every single map. Alright, up next we have Kestrel. She's a very good slayer. She has those bounce nades, adrenaline shots. She can use the KA-30. And on top of all of that, she also has a very strong passive, gets extra cash. She's a slayer and she does it very well. So we're actually going to put her right below Chalk, but ahead of everyone else. Up next, we do have a Trench. Now, Trench is going to be high in A tier for sure. Trench can be used very effectively in a lot of maps, just not every map. And also not both sides. He's usually a very defensive character. If used correctly, with a runway as well, can be used effectively in offense as well. Up next, we do have a Vi. I am going to put Vi in front of everybody else on the A tier list because I do think Vi is very strong in the maps. She's really strong in small maps like Factory, Icarus, etc, etc. Now, because of that, she has a lot of util. She has a lot of control, and she can take a lot of power positions. So we're definitely going to put her in high A tier. Then Runway definitely got a huge nerf. I was going to put her in S tier, but because of the nerf, you can no longer get 3 mollies. You can now only get 2 mollies or 2 nades, etc, etc. So she's going to be in low A+ tier. But because you can get that extra molly, because she has that sniper and an AR, she's definitely can be used in every map. So A+ for sure. Now Saint is someone we're going to put ahead of Trench. Saint is a very strong character with the ARs. Again, any character that can use ARs are already like super strong. But at the same time, Saint is the only other medic outside of Dahlia. So, which is why he could practically be used in every map, but people usually pick Dahlia instead, and she's usually never banned, which is why we're putting Saint in the highest of A tiers. Up next, we have Scorch. Again, I was going to put her in barely used because she's kind of situational, but you're not really going to see her over any of the other characters. But because of that EMP change, we might see her more often in Demolition. So we are gonna put her in high, like in the middle of A tier for sure. Alright, up next we have Seeker because he's a reveal character. He has the ARs, etc, etc. And because he has those sensor darts that can now reveal characters like Lancer, definitely can be used in any map. And a very strong character. Now Sigrid is very situational. I strongly believe that Sigrid can do Anvil's job, if not even better. But there's just not a lot of Sigrid players out there in a high competitive scene of Rogue Company, which you don't see her often. But if used correctly, hands down, one of the strongest characters in the game. But she's also very situational. Now Switchblade did get a nerf, but guess what? It's not enough. Definitely still needs another nerf. Maybe a slight damage reduction on her fire after her rocket will probably make her an A+ character. But she has very strong perks, very strong ult. Definitely needs another nerf. Now we have Talon. Talon is another reveal character. I am gonna put Talon ahead of Runway and Seeker. Not ahead of Dallas because Dallas has that molly though. But Talon is so strong. Practically reveals every single character in the game. Can control so many areas. Has the C4 and the stuns. I'm just in love with Talon. Please use Talon. He's very strong. Can be used in any map. Alright. And finally we have Fixer. Fixer used to be the strongest character ever. But guess what? They basically nerfed Fixer to the ground in my opinion. You're barely gonna see him in most maps now. There's just better characters. He can only see through smoke for 6 seconds now, and the EMPs does counter his ult as well. So we're definitely gonna leave him in B tier.